The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Chicago Bears.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now Fields.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a first down throw, Fields. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And it's second down. The Bears at 2-10 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Lawrence will throw.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here we go. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Let's go. And the Jaguar first down. Hey, I'm gun. Easy. Read him. Push forward. Hurry up.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears 17. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down and 1. Now Lawrence changing the play.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Smoke Monday.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Lawrence to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's brought down. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Etienne diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here we go,
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Devon Hamilton busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Fields on 3rd down.
He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back.
And he will have the Bears 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Fields.
His throw incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 2nd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. Good.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with McAllister. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Screen play to McAllister. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
One play action. Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, 39 yards.
And the Bears have got it back to within a score. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
And running with power here. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Off the option, here's Etienne.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Antonio Johnson makes the stop. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Hey, 551, 551.
Fields now to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A fake there on the jet sweep as it's Fields off play action.
Steps away to his left.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Fields throwing again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that route.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
From midfield now, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go.
Lawrence.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now it's Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks, and the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
To throw is Fields.
And that's incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here we go.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Medic. Go.
They snap it to Fields. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say they punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Smoke Monday. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Bears 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan.
A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense, and they were able to do it.
And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Fields.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown!
Darnell Mooney.
32 yards.
And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Here we go, son.
Up the middle they go with McAllister.
Yasir Abdullah making the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Fields.
And he's got his man on the out route.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run for it here with McAllister.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there.
With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Lawrence will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence now going to move him around. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Here we go. Good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You got a mini base.
Out of the gun, Fields. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Easy. Right.
Here's Fields. He'll get that. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
running right. Here's McAllister. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go, son.
2nd and 10.
Watch right. Right.
Fields now to throw.
Throw's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. A give, it's ETN off the option.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Completes it to, oh no, he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there, they keep possession inside the 5. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Lawrence. That one too wide and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
On the move to his left.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
A give running right, ETN.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. Lawrence.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Here it is, 4th and inches. Going for it, here's ETN.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Here we go.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense